After pressing send, Chloe took a second glance at the photo she'd just shared. She thought she looked quite nice and found it hard to believe that her modeling assignments were dwindling. There was a time when she used to turn down jobs as she was overbooked. Suddenly, she spotted a detail that filled her with dread. "No way!" she gasped aloud, frozen in her living room, her eyes glued to her phone. She saw something in the photo that she knew would infuriate John. Her fingers raced across the phone's keyboard, frantic to rectify the situation when the screen abruptly faded to black. Her battery had died. John was about to land and see that photo. It was too late to turn back. As soon as he landed, John deactivated the airplane mode on his phone, and a broad smile lit up his face. He had received a new message from the woman he cherished. Excitedly, he opened his messaging app and found the stunning photo of his beautiful wife. His heart swelled with affection as he admired her image on the screen. Her enchanting smile, her mesmerizing eyes, her glossy hair. All of a sudden, John's heart missed a beat. What was that? His heartbeat thundered in his ears. He had spotted something in the photo that had truly taken him aback. What could this possibly imply? This detail was bound to cast a long shadow over their marriage. John trembled with rage as he dialed his wife's number for the 4th time. She didn't answer again. He didn't know that her phone had gone down, of course, so he tried a 5th time. When this attempt also proved unsuccessful, John decided to call another number. His lawyer answered in the usual friendly tone. John explained the situation to him and concluded his story with a request. "I want you to get the divorce papers in order," he said. The lawyer repeated John's words in astonishment. "Are you sure about this?" he asked John. "Talk to her first. Who knows? Maybe she'll have an explanation." John took a few deep breaths at the advice of his lawyer and decided to call Chloe again. John was straight to the point. "Where the hell is your wedding ring?" Chloe had already expected this to catch his eye. He had spent so much money and gone to such lengths to get this wedding ring on her finger. He had noticed this detail immediately. The photo indeed showed that Chloe was not wearing her wedding ring. One dark thought ran through John's head. Did she cheat on him when he was on a business trip? Chloe had once said that she felt bored and lonely at home. Maybe she had found excitement somewhere else and forgot to wear her ring again. Did this happen more often? She never used to send pictures. Chloe had no choice but to tell the truth. Chloe told John that she did something that day that he wouldn't like. She had been sitting at home and very bored. There was no volunteering to do that day, no events to attend, and she had already completed all the household chores. She called an acquaintance for an appointment and then went out. Along the way, Chloe knew she was doing something her husband didn't want her to do, but she was done with the boredom. At least this was something exciting, and he wouldn't even find out. However, he did find out. Chloe decided to confess to John about her actions that day, actions she knew he wouldn't be pleased with. She had been home, utterly bored. There were no volunteering commitments that day, no events to grace, and all household chores had been taken care of. In her restlessness, she made a call to an old acquaintance and scheduled a meetup. She knew she was on the brink of doing something that John wouldn't approve of, but the overwhelming monotony left her craving some excitement, and besides, he wouldn't even know. But now that he knew, it might mean the end of their relationship. Chloe had arranged a nude photo shoot with a professional photographer. It was nothing sexual, just an expression of art. Even though John had asked her not to do these shoots anymore, she had done it this one time. It felt exciting. The shoot was very respectful and beautiful. Chloe felt attractive again, something she had felt a lot less in these past years. She might not be able to make ends meet as a model, but she still had it in her. When she got back home, John had asked her for a picture, and on the spur of the moment, she sent a selfie. In all the excitement, she simply forgot to put her wedding ring back on. John was very relieved that his wife hadn't cheated on him. He immediately told her that he didn't mind that she had such a photo shoot. John desperately wanted the love of his life to feel attractive and beautiful. He could well imagine that such a life as a housewife was boring. The two had a good chat about their wishes and dreams. They told each other that they were both not completely happy with their marriage. They loved each other very much and enjoyed every moment they were together, but John was away from home too often. Then John did something quite drastic. John contacted his boss and indicated that he no longer wanted to be away from home so often. He asked if there was no position in San Francisco. This would mean that he could be with his wife every day again. Much to his relief, his boss understood him completely, and it got even better. Surprise! John's boss told him a management position had become vacant in San Francisco. He had wanted to offer it to John the moment he returned from his current business trip. Now that John called with this request, he couldn't keep it to himself any longer. John accepted the offer, and they agreed to discuss the details in the office the following week. So, John got a job in San Francisco. And Chloe? After Chloe's secret photo shoot and having John back by her side, she started feeling a lot more confident, and people could see it. Suddenly, she was getting offers for more modeling jobs than she could handle. Chloe's modeling career was back on track. The couple made a rule that Chloe would not take on many jobs outside the country. They didn't want to repeat the past and have distance between them again. They wanted to keep their love strong and always be there for each other.